Good evening, SFL Nation. We are here down in Houston, Texas at Vibe Sports Stadium here for tonight's Saturday Night Football here between the Houston Headhunters and the Los Angeles Lycans. Good evening, everyone. Chad Rowland, your play-by-play commentator in here. And on the other side with me, as always has been this season, I feel like we haven't left Houston because the last time we called a game, we were here. Mr. Eddie Gage, the Hall of Famer. What's up, my man?
SFL Nation, what up, though? Back like we never left, you know it. Hey, tonight we got a great matchup between the Houston Headhunters and the LA. Chad, this is gonna be a good one. I'm not sure why, but my fingers on the trigger. It's gonna be an exciting matchup, I feel, as LA's offense has been rolling. If their defense can keep pace, I think this one can come down to the waning moments of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, LA's offense has looked really good so far this season. I was going to ask you what a key was to victory, but I think you just gave it away, Eddie, as the defense has to show up. Is this going to be the tough Lycan defense, or are these just going to be little puppies that are waiting to go home? Let's see exactly what happens here tonight at Vibe Sports Stadium as LA rocking them gray and blue unis, looking sharp, and Houston looking pretty sharp as well. I like the helmet design there, Eddie, going with the brown or whatever that color is.
I do too, as we get a look at the revamped stadium of the Houston Headhunters.
A lot of great work going in here, and I can even see Eddie in the top corner there, number 27, Eddie Gage.
That's right.
Honored there in the stadium, as that is going to be taken in the back of the end zone and take a pass to 20 to the 25-yard line, and that is going to bring out the LA Lycans offense led by the 9-season veteran Sully Richardson.
Sully Richardson has been rolling this offseason, 8th in the SFL in attempts, 4th in completions. He's playing like an all-star this season so far.
And we're going to get this game started. As you can hear the crowd just going nuts here. I formation spread set here for the Lycans. 1st and 10. From just past the 25, probably at the 26-yard line. As Richardson's going to drop back for the first pass of the night. It's going to be a screen to the running back, Logan Jack, and he's going to get a gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, we actually saw Houston playing a short flat out there, but he got caught up looking at the receiver running past him, ignored his technique, and allowed the running back to pick up 7.
Power set here for the Lycans. 2nd and 3, look for possibly a handoff, as you're going to see the fullback spread out. And that is indeed going to be a counter run to Logan Jack. He's got the first down past the 40 with a stiff arm past the 45 to midfield. What a spin move by the sideline.
And a flag.
And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. Look like a face mask.
Face mask.
And that is indeed what it is. LA's going to accept and get the ball on the 26. I was getting ready to say, Eddie, about Logan Jack only averaging almost about 3 yards per carry, but right there starting off the bat with a big run.
Exactly 3 yards a carry. And outside linebacker Zed Markov had a beat on him, but he got blocked up by the left tackle, which made the hole wide open for the running game.
Logan Jack, and there's a handoff to him right there, and doesn't get very far at all. And let's roll through this offense of the LA Lycans. Sully Richardson is the quarterback. Logan Jack, the 10th-season veteran, is the running back. Tommy Rahman is the fullback. Terrence Weary, Darkis Iniguez, LZ Pryor, and Chris Lee are your wide receivers. Jack Flash and Jimmy Foster are the tight ends. Bob Dunham, Janae Nicole, Vladimir Dunham, and Kristen Swifty are the linemen, as that's going to be a screen to the outside once again to Jack. And that's going to set up 3rd and mid there, 3rd and 6.
And looking at these couple of first plays for LA, you can see why Sully Richardson has only been sacked twice so far this season. That's 5th in the SFL. He gets the ball out quick.
Yeah, that's one way to beat a blitzing team for sure, Eddie, is by getting that ball out fast, 2-step drops, maybe even a 3-step drop, and getting that quick as you possibly can. 3rd and 6 here, Rahman moving over to the line. And Richardson with the rollout to this right side. He's going to look across the middle. That is going to be caught. And that is Chris Lee there with the catch.
Kyle Cash was all over there. He read it like a book, but unfortunately, Sully Richardson has just a little bit too much arm strength than I think Kyle Cash was expecting. Ball went right over his head before he had a chance to react to it. Watch this.
Yeah, that was a perfect route ran there. And look at this. I mean, look at the awareness by Lee to be able to make that catch. And normally, Eddie, you don't want to be a quarterback that throws across the body, but Sully Richardson with enough arm strength to get that throw in there perfectly. As it's going to set up 1st and 10 just outside the 10-yard line. 3 wide receiver set out of the I formation once again. That is going to be a handoff, a fake handoff at Richardson. Drops back. He finds his target. That is Pryor just inside the 5.
And that time they caught Houston blitzing the linebacker, and they threw it right where he just left from for a pickup of 7.
2nd and 3 inside the 5. Looks like they're going to go with that power I formation once again. Tight end outside. There's the handoff to Jack, and it's going to be stopped at the line. Good pressure there by Houston's defense.
Great pressure up front. The defensive line was not having it. They got 0 push whatsoever up front to L.A.
Big 3rd down here. Let's see if they come away with 6. Single back formation, 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen. The headhunters may be trying to throw a blitz here, as you can see a lot in the box there. Richardson drops back. He's looking. He's got his running back down the flat. He's going to take it by himself, and he's going to slide in, and that's going to be a touchdown for Sully Richardson.
And they might want to take another look at that because I believe he slid just before he got to the goal line.
That's exactly
as it stands right now,
say.
It's going to be a touchdown, but we'll see if they take a look at it.
Yep, I was going to agree with you, Eddie. That's exactly what I was going to say. Let's take a look at the replay here. As Richardson making the right call, but, man, that's close. Let's see if there is a challenge.
And there it is.
You do see the challenge here by the headhunters. So, Eddie, let's take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com as we go under the hood to take a look at this replay.
That's clearly short of the goal line. It's going to be 1st and goal because they did get the 1st down, Chad.
I mean, I'm really kind of surprised that he even slid. I mean, I think he should have just went for it.
And it's called back.
Yep, and it is overturned. So Sully Richardson could have got his first possibly career rushing touchdown, and it is going to be taken away.
Sully Richardson putting on his best Ashley Jackson impersonation, trying to get a rushing touchdown like she did a few weeks back.
You don't need to remind me of that play, Eddie.
Oh, sorry about that, Chad.
1st and goal from basically the inch-yard line here. Power I formation for the Lycans. Richardson drops back. He's going to look for the screen, and that was a bad idea. Brady Clark right there to break it up.
Brady Clark almost took that one back the other way, Chad. They're fortunate.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see that coming from a mile away, and Clark was there to break that, or to at least get the stop there. As it's going to be 2nd and goal, I think you just need to be running the ball up the middle or to the outside with Logan Jack. Let's see what they do here. Same formation once again. There is the handoff to Jack. He's trying to get past the line, but look at Houston getting right there. Jack gets hung up on his lineman, and Josh Rowe makes the tackle.
Houston doing a great job with their defensive tackles, getting great push up front.
Big 3rd goal here from the 2-yard line. Power I formation once again. Will it be a screen or a run? And it is indeed going to be a run. Look at Jack hurls over, but look at the tackle made by Markov. What a great tackle. That's going to be 4th down.
3 straight plays. LA got 0 push from the center or the guards. Got to settle for 3.
What a great defensive stand there by the headhunters. Thought they gave up 6. Great challenge there by the coaching staff to come back 3 plays. Was able to get the stop here. As that's going to bring up the kicker. High snap, but a good hold. It is up and good. So LA on their first drive, 12 plays for 73 yards, taking about 4.5 minutes of time, and they only get 3 points out of it.
And if you're an LA fan, you're happy to see Sully Richardson protect himself. There is no backup quarterback, but sometimes you want them to just go ahead and make that extra effort and get in the end zone.
Yeah, that was the interesting part to me. I mean, instead of a slide, Sully Richardson's a bigger guy, right? I mean, he's built So I think he could have muscled his way in there, but that's going to be past the 20 to the 25. Look at this opportunity here. Great Corky. Past the 35 to the 40, 45, 50. He's past midfield and spins out of bounds at the 45. Houston's going to start with great field position.
Great field position already in enemy territory on the other side of the 50. I mean, you can't ask for a better start for your offense.
Yeah, took that right at the goal line, Eddie. Making a nice little move. Great blocking there by the special teams. Was able to get past O'Lindy, but then the line caught up with him right there. So great awareness by Corky to try to get to the outside and get going.
Houston is known for having some great swag with their uniforms, but they got to get a different color mouthpiece for Greg Corky. That looks kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm just glad they're not wearing yellow socks because I know one certain receiver that does not like yellow socks. Bunch formation set here out of the single back. Let's see what the first play of the offense is tonight for Dave Burr in Houston Headhunters offense. As Burr is going to roll out on the first play, looking over the middle, pass is caught, and that's going to be Goldie Morrison there for the first down.
Houston coming into this Week 7 matchup, averaging just over 31 points a game. That's 10th in the SFL. And Dave Burr looked like a ballerina out there rolling out the pocket.
Dave Burr, a 5-season veteran, formerly of the Lexington Miners, as a late, believe, 3rd-round draft pick. Maybe a 4th-round draft pick, but he's been proven very well here in Houston in his 5 seasons. 1st and 10 as Burr drops back. Plenty of time, great protection as that's going to be thrown to the outside. Great Corky took a play that looked like it was going to be nothing and turned it into at least 6-7 yards.
Greg Corky caught the ball, was going the other way, had all this momentum going against him, and somehow was able to cut on a dime, turn around, get upfield, and pick up 7 yards.
What a great play there by Greg Corky. Be aware of it. Strong power eye once again here. As that's going to be a toss to the outside. It's going to be Josh Slapp. He gets the first down and more. Pass to 20 to 15 to the 10.
Stayed in bounds.
Stayed in bounds. And that's going to be a touchdown on the first run for Josh Slapp.
Josh Slapp took that toss play. For a moment there, it looked like he might get tackled in the backfield as LA got a pretty good jump out of their defensive lineman, but he was able to get outside, break a tackle, stay in bounds, turn upfield, and now he's dancing in the end zone with his teammates.
Yeah, and he definitely stayed in bounds. There's no question about that. As that's going to bring out Sonny J. Houston can be a quick strike offense, and we just seen it right there, Eddie. As that is going to bring out Sonny J here. Low snap, but it is good hold. The kick is up and good. So Houston with a quick strike. 3 plays is all it took, Eddie. Just a minute off the clock. And Houston with the lead at home, 7-3.
Yeah, LA came out here and just marched up and down the field, had to settle for 3. When it looked like they might score a touchdown, Houston shows them how to do it, and in 3 plays, gets 6 of their own.
If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the join the community button to begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. And you could meet people like myself, could meet people like Eddie Gage, the Hall of Famer. It's a good time in this league, Eddie.
It is. It's even a better time when I see my name etched up here in Houston Stadium in the Ring of Honor.
Now, I believe they may have done a ceremony for you before the game. Is that correct? Maybe, maybe not?
I didn't get the memo. I was too busy signing autographs.
Ah, there you go. 1st and 10 from the 29. Split back formation here, as that's going to be a handoff to Jack. And I got to tell you, I mean, Logan Jacks a few times tonight already, Eddie, has been just getting stuck behind his lineman.
He has, and they brought the safety off the blitz. I'm not sure if it's a run blitz or a pass blitz, but he came in there and met Logan Jack at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, and I can see Houston maybe trying to be aggressive tonight, trying to get after Sully Richardson, I mean, as there's going to be Jack Flash in motion. As that's going to be Richardson dropping back, pressure getting to him around, and that's going to be, that would look like it was in the hands of the receiver, but tipped away by Kai Cash, incomplete.
Kai Cash knew that the blitz was coming and that Sully Richardson would have to get rid of the football, so he was ready. As soon as Richardson's back foot hit the turf there, the ball was coming out, and he made a play on it.
Shout out to Mike St. Green in the chat. Mike, remember, buddy, you've already met me, so too late now for that. 3rd and 9, 4 wide receiver set, single back formation. As Richardson drops back, pressure was getting to him. Great throw there by Richardson into LZ Pryor. That's a first down.
One-handed snag by LZ Pryor, despite knowing he's about to get hit. Confident enough to know he'd be there to hold on to the football.
Look at this replay right here, Eddie. I mean, just the pressure coming to him from the backside. You had the linebacker right there ready to tip that thing away.
Yeah.
And we just made a nice play there to get the first down.
That's a confident throw by quarterback Dave Burr. Excuse me, Sully Richardson.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Lycans. As that's going to be a handoff to Jack, and it's going to be just a couple of yards on the run there.
3-yard run, and Houston starting to pay Jack a bit more attention after that long run he had early on the last drive.
Yeah, the front four there of Houston getting to this running game, trying to stop that after that first big run, as you pointed out to just a minute ago. Split spread formation here, as it looks like they're going to be coming up a little bit. The defense will be. As that's going to be a handoff to Jack, and once again getting stopped, but he's able to get around it, find a hole, and get a little bit of a gain. It's going to be 3rd and short.
And that was all Logan Jack. You can see both teams audible out of their initial play. Logan Jack hits the ball, cuts up the left side of the A-gap, but Houston was sending yet another blitz. He remained patient, bounced it to the other side, and picked up 3.
Logan Jack, 8 of 10 for 51 yards tonight, 6.4 yards per carry so far. Richardson drops back. Good timing. He's going to try to flush himself out of the pocket. Looks in the middle, finds his target, and that's going to be first down. That is Foster, the backup tight end.
Sully Richardson is a man on a mission this season. He's had a few seasons in a row now in which LA's offense looked like it was just caught in a stalemate with nothing to do. Couldn't figure out if they're going to run it, pass it, what their identity was. But this season, he seems to have figured it all out. He's playing great football right now, despite the pass rush that was coming in his face.
Yep, that's why this offense has looked so much improved from season before. We just got to get the defense to play on that same level as Richardson drops back looking for the slant route. What a catch over the back of Zed Markov. What a throw. What a catch.
Zed Markov has made some great plays versus the run. And here in the passing game, that ball should have been tipped, and somehow LA was able to bring it in.
I mean, if you're Markov and Houston's defensive coordinator, you can't ask for a better coverage than that.
You can't.
2nd and 1, power I formation, handoff to Jack. He does get the first down. He hurdles over a guy and gets into the red zone, past the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that's what happens for Logan Jack when your passing game gets going. All of a sudden, those holes start to develop as the linebackers don't know whether to play run or pass, and suddenly they find themselves backing up just a bit, and before they can react, Logan Jack is at the point of attack.
Just under a minute 15 to go here in the first quarter. LA in the red zone once again. I formation set. Richardson drops back looking for the screen. He is able to find it. Logan Jack falls and was able to get 5 yards. A very generous 5 yards on that. As if he would have stayed on his feet, Eddie, he would have had a lot of room to run.
I think so, but I think the pass was just a bit behind him. He had to reach for it, which caused him to fall to the turf.
Yep, I totally agree with you there. The pass was just a little off there by Richardson, but he's looked really good so far. 9 of 10 so far tonight for Sully Richardson. Power I formation once again. There's another handoff to Jack, and what a great open field tackle there by Markov.
We just talked about he's been playing a run very well all night. This time he anticipated the snap count very well as he was out of his stance, but I believe before the left tackle was, and met Logan Jack in the backfield.
3rd and 4 for the Lycans as Richardson's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's trying to look deep. He's not going to go deep, but he's going to instead check it down to Jack, where it does not work, and they're going to have to settle for another field goal.
Houston brought the blitz up the middle, knocked Sully off his spot, and by the time he gathered his bearings, the receivers had already run their routes and was expecting the ball, so they had to once again get out of that, and before you knew it, Sully had to get rid of it. Going to force a LA field goal attempt.
And that will do it here in the first quarter. LA's getting ready to kick a field goal, but Houston with the lead, 7-3. And we are back here in Vibe Sports Stadium. Chad Rowland, Eddie Gage in the booth tonight. Mark Lopez, the one-man stat machine, in the truck by himself tonight. Thank you, Mark, once again, for all the work along with Cameron Irvine producing the game for us. Good snap, good hold. Bo Lindy with the kick up, and it is good. So LA creeping a little closer now with a 1-point lead, or with a down 1 point, Eddie.
And while I appreciate being in Ring of Honor, you see Ryan Michaels, number 24, name right there behind the goal post where everyone in the stadium can see it. Mine is off to the left, way back in the back. You know, you need binoculars to find my number up there in the top row of this stadium. I thought I deserved a little bit more respect in that, but I love Damon anyway.
I mean, in all honesty, I thought with the legend of Eddie Gage in Houston, I figured your face would be up there right next to the Vibe Sports Stadium sign. But apparently Damon Simeon's got no love for you.
Cam said because nobody gives a damn about me.
That may be true too. First and 10, empty set here for the first time tonight for the Headhunters. As Bird drops back, quick throw, and that is going to be caught. What a nice throw, nice catch. That is DR Sim there with his first catch of the night.
Houston with 2 Hall of Famers on the offensive side of the ball, DR Sim being one of them. And look at this catch in traffic between 2 LA Lycans. I'm not sure how he even saw where the ball was to bring that ball in.
Yeah, I have no idea. He must have some X-ray vision, able to see through that and just see footballs only. And what a great catch there by DR Sim. That's why he is a legend. First and 10 here. Offset running back. They're going to pitch it to the outside. Slap. And nice block there by that. Last time Slap touched the ball, he ran it in for a touchdown. This time he's tackled.
Corky with a great block, but he was asked a lot because there were 3 LA Lycans in the area, and then one man can only do so much.
As that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 here for the offense for Houston. You're going to see 4 wide set. As Bird drops back. He's got plenty of time. He's going to look to the outside. Look at this, and that is Mike St. Green there past midfield to the 45. First down, Headhunters.
I was interviewing Damon post-game after they defeated Minnesota in Minnesota last week, and I talked about how Dave Bird was threading the needle on a few of those plays to pick up first downs, and he does it again right here, finding Mike St. Green, throwing against his body to pick up another Houston first down.
Yep, and that is the 4th catch by a different receiver tonight for Houston. They've been spreading the ball all around. Dave Burr has, and he is 4 for 4, so all of his targets getting a catch so far except for Bovine, as that's going to be 1st and 10 at the 45. There's a delayed handoff. That's going to be to Slap, and that's going to be past the 40. That's going to be a gain of 7.
You know, a great problem to have as a coach is having 2 great tailbacks in the backfield. You're trying to decide which one is going to get the carries and when. Every week it's a struggle for Damon to try to pick out which one is going to be the bell cow for his offense that particular week. And wow, what a great luxury to have if you're a coach.
Yep, and so far it's been the Slap show when it comes to the run game. And once again, it is going to be the Slap as he is able to break the tackle. Almost gets a first down, but they're going to mark him just short, 3rd and inches.
3rd down in inches. Got to imagine that Josh Slap is going to be touching the ball here yet again for 3 straight carries.
Yep, we have not seen Jalen Wells nor GP Wells get a touch at all tonight. Maybe this is an opportunity to bring out one of them 2. 3rd and inches. Slap looks like he's in the backfield.
He is.
As you are going to send Sim in motion.
Love that audible, by the way, to bring Sim in.
And that's going to be a toss over to Slap. He does get the first down. Nice blocking. Nice spin move past the 30 to the 29. First down, Headhunters.
That's a great example right there of why Slap is paid so much. Look how quick he gets to the outside, the decision he makes to get there, and then you got a Hall of Fame tight end blocking for him. Great offense by Houston right now.
Tiberius Bovine, 19 seasons here in the SFL, a 3-time All-Star. He is a Hall of Famer coming over from Queen City last year in his first season here in Houston. As you're going to see a 5-wide set as Corky's going to be the man in motion from the 28-yard line. You do see Bovine there in the slot. That's an interesting part. And they are, they do go to Mike St. Green past the 20, gets a first down.
Wow, and I was just getting ready to get upset with Dave Burr because I thought Bovine was an obvious receiver choice, and he was more open than Mike St. Green was, but he decided to throw it to St. Green anyway. St. Green bailed him out.
I mean, that's what I was thinking was when this throw was coming across, I thought Bovine was just right there open in the middle with like nobody around. But great throw, great catch there by Mike St. Green. I mean, you have to feed Mike St. Green or else he's just going to, just keep talking.
He'll be applying for free agency if you don't feed him.
Yeah, you got to at least give him 60 catches or else he walks. 1st and 10. As that is going to be a handoff. And this is G.P. Wells' first carry of the game, as that's going to be a gain of 4.
And I'm not sure how he picked up 4 yards because L.A. had that read perfectly. 4 guys right there in the vicinity, right there ready to meet him at the line of scrimmage, and yet somehow he picks up 4 yards.
Shout out to Will Todd in the chat. Nobody sees the open tight end. Laugh out loud. And that is going to be a toss right back to Slap. And look at LA's defense was able to corral him right there in the backfield, giving him a loss of a yard, I think. And that's going to set up 3rd and 6, Eddie. A very interesting 3rd and 6.
Yeah, LA's been playing a run pretty well all game. They just haven't had fortune on their side to be able to bring these tailbacks down.
Interesting formation here to call. Empty set, 3rd and 6, as that is going to be a catch by Mike St. Green, and he is just short of the first down. Mike St. Green could not muscle his way in there for the first.
He could not, as he got a shoulder charge by cornerback T.D. Jack. Great hit, and they got to challenge this spot.
Ooh, interesting challenge here by the Headhunters. They've already won a challenge earlier with the slide up for Sully Richardson, and let's see if they're able to get this one overturned as well. And Eddie, we're going to take a retroactive look at it, presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com, and let's see if Mike St. Green. I mean, that's close.
At first glance, I thought he was short, but look at that replay. He might have picked it up.
He might have picked it up. I mean, he still doesn't have a lot of muscle, but let's see if he actually gets the first down.
Oh, they play stands.
And the play does stand, so Mike St. Green needs to hit the gym, buddy. As that is going to be
Sim is already on the sidelines yelling for his offense to stay out in the field and go for it. Let's see if they do.
I'm going to assume they're going to get the field goal, and it looks like that is indeed what they're going to do. So a 21-yard attempt here for Sonny J. As good snap, good hold. That is perfect if you're a kicker. Up and good. So Houston extending their lead now, and it is 10-6. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, actually for all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future, Eddie, as Houston taking a nice little drive there, and let's see how LA responds.
Looking around this stadium, you can tell what Houston's Twitter site is and everything. They let you know where you can go to find their Twitter account.
As that's going to be past the 25 and up to about the 29-yard line. As, yep, there's advertisements all over this beautiful stadium here at Vibe Sports Stadium. And the crew here in Houston's done a terrific job with the design and layout of this building. It is phenomenal, and the crowd is just packed in here tonight on their feet.
They are. Look like Davis got away with a face mask on that tackle too, Chad.
Might have been. Let's see if maybe they get a little, retribution for that. 1st and 10, 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. LA with the ball, trying to get the lead for the first time tonight. Richardson drops back, pressure getting to him, but he's going to get to the tight end, Jack Flash, as it's going to be a gain of 7.
Wow. Talk about teamwork. As initially, they were having problems getting Jack on the ground, but help was on the way, and they delivered a shivering shot to get him on the ground.
As Sully Richardson has been just almost perfect tonight, 91% completion percentage, 11 for 12 so far when he throws the ball. There's a handoff, and look at this. Alex Perez in the backfield snuffed out that run.
Wow, you can't design it any better than that. And that's like the second or third time this game. It seems like the defensive ends of both these teams are beating a tackle off the spot with that snap count.
3rd and 4 as Richardson drops back. The pressure was getting to him. Over the middle, that's going to be tipped away. That was Terrence Weary, was the intended target, but it is incomplete. And I believe this may actually be the first punt of the game there, Eddie.
It is the first punt of the game. Both these offenses have been dialed in, but unfortunately for LA fans, they have to punt this ball away.
So 4th and 4, LA not wanting to have that drive happen. As that is going to be a low snap, but fielded well, as that's going to be punted away and received at about the 28-yard line. Corky with an opportunity, gets past the 35 to the 36. And we are going to go to the SFL studios for the first time tonight with Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cam, take it away.
Thank you, Chad. Watch this fake from Johnny Reno. Totally fooled the defense. And then a toe-tapping grab from Deezer Powell in the back of the end zone. Denver's down 14-0. Bailey O'Shaughnessy hasn't even gotten a carry yet. That's late in the first quarter. Back to you guys in Houston.
And thank you, Cam, for that game break. And, man, I'll tell you, I mean, Minnesota needing to respond after the loss last week and doing it so far to Denver, going up 14-0.
Imagine 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and Bailey hasn't even touched the football yet.
That's impressive. 1st and 10 for the Headhunters, as that's going to be a toss to the outside to Josh Slapp. Nice little spin move, but nice open field tackle there by the defense.
It was a great open field tackle. I tell you what, if he doesn't make that tackle with Denver, just talking about Denver, with LA being in man defense, had he not made that tackle, Slapp is still running.
And it's going to be 2nd and 6 here. Power I formation, Bovine at the top of the screen. As it looks like Burr might be changing the play, seeing something in the defense that he didn't like. And now he is going to send Bovine in motion. And that is going to be a handoff to Slapp, and the defense right there once again with the tackle. That was Garrett Hudson.
Garrett Hudson on the tackle. Very impressive. Getting Josh Slapp on the ground upon initial contact. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
So big 3rd down here. Every Houston drive so far tonight has resulted in a score of some sort. Let's see if they keep it up. Looks like Jalen Wells in the backfield. Burr drops back looking over the middle. That is going to be tipped away. Incomplete, intended for Josh Slapp.
Cornerback Jack Hacksaw. The moment Dave Burr's back foot hit the turf, was flying to the receiver to make a play. Great defense.
Yep, great defense indeed, as it is going to set up a punt here for Houston. If you're liking this game so far, I know you all are. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of the SFL or the upcoming SFL in action, and help the channel grow through your support as LA will be taking over. And I got to tell you, Eddie, I mean, we talked about it before the game and even kind of in the pregame about LA's defense needing to show up. So far,
Yeah.
I mean, they've only given up 10 points, but they've looked pretty good.
They look great this week, especially in comparison to last week when they couldn't stop a cold, let alone an SFL pro defense. Looking great tonight, Chad.
Yeah, I don't even know if they could have stopped an SFL in offense.
Oh, my goodness.
1st and 10. Spread formation here out of the I for the Lycans, as that is going to be a handoff.
Oh,
And
great
look
read.
at that. What a great read by the linebacker. That was Jason Peace there with the tackle for loss.
Met Jason Peace at the SFL convention a couple of months ago in Cincinnati. Great individual. You can tell he's going to be around the SFL for a long time. And just before the snap of that football, he motioned himself to outside the left tackle and made a great play on the ball.
Yep, and I was able to meet Jason Peace as well, and that's going to be 2nd and 14
Look
for
out.
the Lycans as Sully drops back, hit as he throws, and that is going to be incomplete.
Sully is lucky to get up as he got hit as he's trying to deliver that football, unable to protect his body. 3rd down and 14. Got to be careful with the football here, Chad. Deep in their own end.
Yep, 3rd and 14 indeed. 4 wide set here for the Lycans. Richardson drops back the line, holding, looks over the middle. That is going to be caught. Terrence Weary, the former London Knight, with his first catch of the night, and that's a first down.
Great catch and a great read by Sully as he saw the safety creeping down into the box. Knew he had the skinny post open. All he needed was time for it to get there. His offensive line did a great job of giving him pass protection despite the defensive line peeling their ears back. First down LA off a great read by Sully Richardson.
Taking a 3rd and 14 conversion and making it look easy. That's what Sully Richardson just did there. 12 of 15 tonight for Richardson so far. 1st and 10, 2:15 to go here in the first half. There's a handoff to Logan Jack. He's going to get up the middle. Peace right there to make the tackle. And that is going to be just a gain of 5.
A gain of 5, and he earned every last bit of it as he was met about 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage and took a punishing blow from a couple Houston headhunters.
And we have just hit the 2-minute warning here in Houston as LA trying to maybe get some points before the end of the half. It is 10-6, and we'll be right back here on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here in a very loud Vibe Sports Stadium. Chad Rowland, Eddie Gage in the booth with you tonight. Mark Lopez and Ethan Kai in the stats truck along with Cameron Irvine producing. And it's going to be just short of the first down there, Logan Jack. That's going to be 3rd and 2.
And I tell you what, this defensive line, they didn't make the tackle. And I know Logan picked up 3 yards, but if not for the pressure that they got, he'd have picked up about 7.
3rd and 2, power I once again for the Lycans. Might see a blitz here from Houston. They are going to bring some pressure on the edge as he gets caught up with the line once again, and he's not going to get any gain on that. And that's going to be another 4th down for LA.
This defense of Houston, great push up front. Again, the right tackle pushed back about 2 yards into the backfield with nowhere to go.
And that is going to bring out the punt unit again here for LA. And that clock is going to tick down. They're going to try to waste as much time as they can before punting this away, Eddie. If you're Houston, what are you going to try to do here? You going to try to be aggressive?
Just under a minute left by the time they receive this football, Chad, deep in their own end. I'm going to give the ball to Josh Slapp or GP Wells. See if they can break one. If he does, probably call a timeout and go from there. But it's all going to be predicated with whatever happens here on first down.
Yep, so let's see what the head coach, Damon Simeon, is going to do here from the 19-yard line. Got 81 yards to go to try to get at least 6. Want to get to at least the 30 if you're going to try to get 3 points before the end of the half. 3 wide receiver set here for the Headhunters. He's going to send Sim in motion. Bird taking his time, and that's going to be a toss to the outside to Slap as he's going to break one tackle, but not the second. And that's going to be a gain of 6.
Gain of 6 yards. Houston seems to be content with allowing this clock to roll down.
Yeah, that's what it looks like indeed here, as it's going to be 2nd and 4. Power I formation once again. I mean, going to be interesting, as they are going to send their tight end in motion. As that's going to be another toss to the outside once again to Josh Slapp. He's got a little bit of room here. Breaks one tackle. Does not break the second. Past the 35. Probably marked up at the 36. And that's going to be first down for Houston.
Rochelle Colston tackling like a girl. Getting Josh Slapp on the ground in the open field. Very impressive.
And the clock is going to just continue to run down here, Eddie, as let's see if they maybe see if maybe they snap another play here before the end of the half. I think they're just going to let this one go. And they are going to snap another play, as it's going to be a draw play up the middle to Slap, and that's going to be just a gain of a couple, as that will do it here for the first half, Eddie, as Houston with a lead here at home. Very defensive battle so far, 10-6. Eddie, your reaction to the first half of this game?
Not something I expected. I was looking more towards an offensive shootout between these two teams, but LA's defense did not get the memo. Sully Richardson 12 of 15 for 95 yards, no mistakes, no touchdowns. LZ Pryor, they've been splitting the ball around between LZ Pryor, Chris Lee, and Chris Weary. His favorite receiver is the open one, Chad. Doesn't play favoritism. Feeding Logan Jack, who's averaging just over 4 yards a carry. They're going to need more of that, but they need probably an explosive play or two if they're going to get the attention of this Houston defense to try to get back into this ball game and take the lead here in the second half.
Yeah, both these quarterbacks so far have been pretty accurate, right? Dave Burr, 6 of 7, and then Sully Richardson, 12 of 15 so far. So a lot of accuracy in this game tonight. So maybe look for something with the DBs, the back end of those defenses needing to step up and try to create a turnover, and that could be a key to the ball game there, Eddie.
A turnover, a big play on offense, whatever it takes.
And I'll tell you this, I mean, this series, the all-time series here, LA leads 6-4. 8 of the 10 games that they have played against each other, Eddie, have been decided by one score.
Chad, you telling me that like I didn't know that already.
You already know, Eddie. As that will be kicked away, so Houston getting the ball back here to start the half. As Greg Corky's going to take that out of his own end zone, past the 20 to the 25, broke a tackle, almost broke a second one. But he's going to be marked up at the 25, and that is going to bring out this offense once again.
I played kick returner for a little bit, Chad, growing up. And one thing I was always fearful of was doing a spin with my back turned to the defense, because I was just waiting for a shot to come to the back that's going to knock me out the game.
Yeah, especially like, you know, back in the older days, you know, special teams is a lot more brutal than it is now.
Yeah.
So let's see what Houston does. Let's see what kind of adjustments are made here at halftime, as you're going to see 5 wide set. No back in the backfield for Houston to start this drive. As Burr with a short drop, the offensive line holding up, as that's going to be thrown to Josh Slapp, and that's going to be a gain of 8 on the play.
Josh Slapp showing his versatility, lined out wide, running routes like a wide receiver, picking up 8 yards.
Yep, nice play indeed there. Slapp doing a little bit of everything, catching the ball and running the ball. 11 carries tonight, or 12 carries actually, for Slapp for 77 yards. That's going to be power I formation once again. As it's going to be a handoff, and that is going to go to Slapp once again. He gets the first down. He breaks the tackle, breaks another one, and was taken down. And that's going to be a first down here for Houston.
The defensive end made that tackle about 8 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. Talk about hustle and not giving up on the play. Shout out to the defensive end for not giving up.
Yep, that was Brogan Spara. Spara there, the former first-round pick there for L.A. As that's going to be 1st and 10. Bunch formation there on the bottom of the screen. As Burr's going to change the play at the line. Let's see what adjustments he's made. See if he takes advantage of a soft spot in the defense. That is going to be a handoff this time to GP Wells.
Oh, nice.
And that's going to be up the middle. Nice cut there by GP with a gain of 8 on his second carry of the night.
That carry was designed to go to the outside shoulder of Greg Corky. But GP Wells sees something. Vision is just something you cannot teach, Chad. You either have it or you don't. And he saw that LA was screaming out there to get out there in front of him, cuts it back inside, and picks up out another 4 yards.
Vision is indeed something you got to have. That's why I'm up here, Eddie, and he is down there making those big plays. As Slapp is going to be handed off. That's going to be a first down. And the running game of Houston coming out here on this first drive in the second half, Eddie, looking strong.
Yeah, the offensive line is looking to set the tone for how this game is going to go, looking to dictate pace.
As you can see here, Slapp 14 carries for 92 yards and a touchdown so far tonight. As it looks like GP is in the backfield now, 1st and 10. And that is going to be a handoff to GP as he's going to go up the middle there. And maybe Houston's found something with the soft spot of this defense in the middle, Eddie, because they've been running up the middle all this drive.
Well, they come out in a spread look, and you're thinking pass, and so was LA as cornerback Jack Hacksaw was coming on a blitz. And before he knew it, the ball carrier is running right by him. Houston picks up 7, being very patient with their offense on this drive.
They are indeed power I formation here once again. Slapp in the backfield. As that is going to be a handoff to Slap. He's able to get to the outside. He breaks that one tackle, breaks a second tackle. And look at this, and almost broke a third one. As he does get the first down and more. That was a great tackle there by Rochelle Colston, possibly maybe even saving even more yardage, almost a touchdown.
You took the words out of my mouth, because Rochelle Colston saves probably a touchdown, as there was 2 LA defenders out ahead of Slap, but I don't think they had the foot speed to catch up to him.
Bunch formation set here for the Headhunters from the 27-yard line. As that is going to be another handoff, this time to GP Wells. He's able to break that tackle. Man, once again, somebody from LA making a touchdown-saving tackle, because he had open field right ahead of him, Eddie.
That time it was Ryan Yosef, the strong safety, and you're right. If he doesn't make that tackle, Houston is turning up in the end zone. Look at those blocks downfield. My goodness, you can't draw it up any better than that, Chad.
Look at that. Mike St. Green is not a one-trick pony.
No, he is not. You took the words out of my mouth. He's as diva a wide receiver as you ever seen one. But right there, he's putting his run blocking skills on display. Shout out to Mike St. Green.
Shout out to Mike St. Green. Demas Simeon finally getting to his wide receiver. What a play there. That's going to be a handoff to Slap. He gets the first down. Nice little juke move. Gets to the outside. Past the 5, down to the 4-yard line. What a run there by Josh Slap.
And if I'm not mistaken, Chad, I don't think Dave Burr has even attempted a pass on this drive.
No, I don't think he has. And so far, Eddie, coming from the stats truck, courtesy of Mark Lopez, 8.14 yards per carry by Wells and Slap on this drive so far.
You're right.
So what a great drive so far coming out here. They've been throwing, but it's been the all Slap and Wells show on this drive.
Yes, it has.
They've been slapping it well.
Again.
And first and goal here from the 3. As Slap's not going to get around that time. As I just want to give a shout out to Destro, because I have to read this. Mike St. Green served that wide receiver up like a plate of catfish nuggets. you ever had catfish nuggets?
I love catfish nuggets. You
Dude, they're good, man. I've had catfish nuggets.
Yes.
2nd and goal, 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd from the 4-yard line. There's a handoff to Slap. He gets up the middle, gets past the defense. That's a touchdown, the second one of the night for Josh Slap.
And shout out to Houston, this coaching staff, the offensive coordinator. They saw a weakness that they thought they could expose, and they took advantage of it and just ran the ball literally down the teeth of this defense this entire drive.
Not one single pass from Dave Burr on that drive. It was all run. What a great play there. I don't think LA was expecting that at all. And everything that I saw, Eddie, except for maybe one run, was up the middle.
Dave Burr was giving his best Johnny Pickler impersonation back when he played with Louisiana.
The handoff king, and that what he was called?
The handoff king.
The handoff king. As the kick is up and good. So 17-6 here. Houston extending their lead. As now we got to see what happens here. Let's see what adjustments that LA's made with their offense, Eddie. As that's going to be taken just at the 1-yard line by the rookie. He's going to be past the 25. Little shimmy shake. Gets up to about the 28, 29-yard line. As that is going to bring out Sully Richardson. And 15 of the 32 offensive touches in the first half, Eddie, as Goldie Morrison is shaken up on the play, went all to Logan Jack.
Yeah, and I think if they're going to get back into this ball game, they're going to have to rely on Sully Richardson and that magic he's displayed in the last couple of games.
Man, I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's just maybe the bad interior walls here in the broadcast booth tonight, Eddie, in Vibe Sports Stadium, but this crowd is loud here cheering for the Headhunters. As this is going to be 1st and 10, split twins formation. Richardson changing the play at the line. They are hyped up and ready here in Houston. As Richardson drops back, pressure getting to the blind side as Jack is going to be able to get a spin move and a gain of 4.
Yeah, that was a great throw, great decision by Sully. As Houston was bringing the blitz yet again, he dumps it out to his tailback, and if Jack cuts inside rather than outside, he might have picked up 8 rather than 4.
2nd and 6 here for the Lycans as they're going to go in that power I formation once again. As Houston may be trying to bring some pressure here. As Richardson drops back. Protection looking good. He's going to look just past the first down marker. It is indeed going to be caught, as that is Jimmy Foster there with his 2nd catch of the night.
Sully Richardson keeping his head up, downfield, focused on his receivers and the route trees, despite Houston surrounding him with hyenas. Headhunters, should I say.
3 wide receiver set as Richardson drops back. Good protection, looking just short, and that's going to be Jack Flash, as that is going to be a 7-yard gain.
7-yard gain, and Sully Richardson continues to put on his great display of quarterback play these past 3 games.
Yeah, looking very good so far. I mean, this is the season that Sully Richardson really has just turned it around a lot. Power I formation here once again. That's a handoff to Logan Jack. They're able to get to the backfield, and Alex Perez, after the initial contact, Perez gets in there and makes a stop, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Houston, like they were on a run blitz there, but they weren't. It was actually a zone, but the cornerbacks weren't jumping back very far, able to come up right into the ball and make a play. 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4, not going into power I this time. They're 0-3 on 3rd downs tonight into power I. Let's see if they make some adjustments here. Not going with it as Richardson drops back. He's going to look over the middle. What a pass to Jack Flash to the 45. That's a 1st down for LA.
That was a perfect example, a perfect illustration of how to beat the blitz. Throw it where they just came from. They bring the blitz from the outside linebacker. Jack Flash runs right to the area where he just left from. And before the safety can come up, make a tackle, Jack already has the 1st down.
Just under 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd. 1st and 10. Bunch set formation. Richardson drops back. Short drop. Looking at what a catch. Threw it short there, but Chris Lee making the adjustment to get the catch and the 1st down.
Well, it had to be low because Chris Cash was coming to take the receiver's head off. But if that ball's thrown just a little bit higher, maybe he's able to collect that ball and use his arm as a shield to fend off the defender and pick up more yards. But be that as it may, 1st down, LA.
Yeah, I think he could have probably thrown it, just a nice little bullet pass to him, and I think he may have had an opportunity to make a play. But nevertheless, it does result in a 1st down. That's all that matters. Richardson drops back, pressure getting behind him, and
Sully.
He is able to stay in the pocket, makes a great throw to Jack Flash and gets 1st down.
Sully Richardson, I'm telling you, this guy is looking like an all-star this season, Chad. Houston has been blitzing throughout the night. Sometimes they bring it, sometimes they sit back in zone. Whatever the coverage is, Sully is reading it, finding his open target, and hitting him in stride like he just did right there.
Yeah, Sully Richardson been talking about how he's been putting a lot of work into the offseason, working on his game, and it has shown it here this season. As you're going to see the spread formation out of the eye once again, as Richardson's going to change the play at the line. As he's going to drop back once again. He's going to try to get out of the pocket. Throws it deep down the middle. Incomplete, but there's a flag. That looked like pass interference to me, Eddie.
That was, and unless I'm a defensive guy, that was indeed pass interference. Houston brought the blitz once again. They brought the Mike linebacker, and then when that wasn't good enough, they brought a secondary guy on a delayed blitz, and that's just too much time if you're not going to get home. And wow, you see it right there. That's clearly pass interference.
Yep, Josh Rowe making a bad decision there, as that's going to put LA right there on the goal line and giving them a great opportunity to punch this in for 6. 1st and 10, power I formation. Let's see if Houston's defense can stand them up here. They did it the last time they were this close. Let's see if they can again. Logan Jack in the backfield. Richardson drops back. He maybe looking for the screen. Maybe tries to take on his own. He's not. Oh, man, I don't know about that decision, Eddie. That was a bad decision there, I believe, by the LA offense.
That's the first bad decision we've seen Sully make tonight. He's been in his bag all game long, but that one could have easily been turned over. He's lucky.
Yeah, he's very lucky. Back into power I once again. 6th time they're going to be running this formation in the red zone. As you're going to see Richardson change the play at the line once again. Maybe it's going to be a counter run. And nope, it's just going to be straight up the gut. Logan Jack's going to be able to power his way in. That's a touchdown for Logan Jack.
Right back in it. LA had this crowd literally standing next to their seats on the sidelines. They were so loud, you would think that's where they were. But after Houston came down and scored, Sully Richardson, this offense, answered the bell, got the ball right back, drove down, and we once again a one-score ball game.
And that is exactly what you needed to do if you're the Lycans. I mean, it is late here in the third quarter, Eddie, but that drive just felt so important to get 6 points after the way Houston ran the ball down their throat.
It did.
So now available, free to download, you can play the SFL video game on the go with the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Retroid, the official console of the SFL, as I am usually on mine. If there's 7 days a week, I'm usually on it pretty much every day, Eddie.
As a coach, you have no choice. It's what you signed up for.
You know, and half the time I'm coaching, but I'm also just taking nice little mental breaks and playing different games and stuff. So it comes in handy for a lot of different situations.
Yeah, you got to take a day off sometime.
Yeah, that's true. You know, during my camping trip, I was actually using it because I didn't have any internet. So I was just sitting there playing games all weekend. So it was kind of nice.
Wait, your family allowed you to play with your Retroid while you were on a camping trip?
Well, they were all asleep. So
okay.
I stayed up, had a nice adult drink, and played some Retroid games. So 1st and 10 from the 28. 3 wide receiver set is that's going to be a toss over to Slap. And Houston looking like they're going to continue what they did on the last drive as they keep running. And look at this, maybe here,
got a man
folks.
down.
Josh Slap is down as we are going to actually take away to the game break here at the SFL Studios with Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cam, take it away.
Thank you, Chad. Bailey O'Shaughnessy and Colin Hart have gotten it moving. This is O'Shaughnessy's touchdown run. Logan Keel just had a 42-yard touchdown reception, and Denver has come back to tie Minnesota 21 apiece late in the first half. Back to you in Houston.
And we're going to have to talk about this. Josh Slap just got slapped really hard, according to the stats truck.
Yeah.
As that is going to be a handoff now. It's going to be on the shoulders of GP Wells, as he's going to, which is not a bad option.
Not a bad option.
Not a bad option. You got GP Wells there to back you up.
I was just talking to Damon today, in fact, pregame, and we were talking about how one of the luxuries are of having 2-star tailbacks is if one goes down, you just get a ball to the other one.
Yep, and that is going to be Dave Burr here. Drops back the pocket, holding really well as Burr looking. Oh, it's going to be intercepted. We were talking about it at halftime, Eddie, that one of these secondaries needed to make a play, and it's LA striking first with it.
It was either going to be a turnover, Chad, or a big play on offense. And for LA, it looks like for them, it's the defense who finally steps up, makes a play, and they're going to get great starting field position inside the opponent's 40-yard line.
Ryan Yosef making the big play, and I'll tell you, Eddie, I mean, LA looked good on that last drive offensively. Let's see if they can get the lead here for the first time tonight here in Houston, as you're going to see the I formation set here out of the spread once again, as Chris Lee is going to go in motion, as maybe look for something on the outside with Logan Jack. But Sully Richardson's been deadly throwing the ball. As Richardson does drop back, the blitz is coming, but the line holds well and finds his target. That's going to be just short of the first down. That was LZ Pryor with the catch.
Sully Richardson has a lot of confidence in his offensive line, Sully. They brought 2 guys on the blitz that time, a corner and a linebacker, and his offensive line gave him all day to survey the field.
Yeah, this Houston Headhunter defense has been pretty aggressive tonight so far. It has paid off for them sometimes, but the offensive line of LA holds. And it's going to be a handoff to Jack. He is going to get the first down just a little bit more as he's inching closer to that SFL red zone.
Chad, about 8 minutes of game time ago, this crowd was rocking. They were practically beating the door down of this stadium to get in here, and they were beating it down even louder about 8 minutes ago. But suddenly, they've gone just a little bit quiet. It's still kind of loud up in here, Chad, but you can tell that momentum has definitely shifted.
Yeah, definitely has shifted and it has quieted down a little bit. Richardson drops back. He's doing his best, and it's tipped away. Oh, that could have got the crowd right back into it. Tipped away, almost intercepted.
Tipped away, and you had 3 Houston headhunters trying to find the ball. Neither one of them could, and it just harmlessly hits the turf.
That is going to bring up 2nd and 10 here for LA.
DeMond screaming at his quarterback that Bovine was wide open, and he missed him.
High formation set here once again as Richardson drops back. Pocket holding once again. Throws it. Oh, in the back of the zone. Touchdown. Lead.
Wow. You want to talk about a retroactive play of the game, catch of the game? That was it right there. LZ Pryor, Sully Richardson again with pressure all around him. Keeps his head downfield, finds an open receiver, and LZ Pryor over the outstretched hand of the defender gets both feet down in the back of the end zone, and LA has just taken the lead for the first time tonight.
And as it was called there by Eddie Gage, that's a nice hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your game, in your hands, and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23, as LA shockingly taking the lead here after the offense was kind of sputter there in the first half, coming out firing here quickly with unanswered points here so far for the Lycans.
I couldn't get the number of that defender, but it looked like Josh Rowe, who was trying to jump up and bat that ball down. He just missed it.
Yeah, I believe it was Rowe indeed, as he's going to be taken just inside the end zone as it's going to be taken out. Bird, not Greg Corky this time, taking it up to the 26.
And keep in mind, Josh Slapp is currently in the medical tent getting evaluated. 14 unanswered points by LA here in the second half.
Yep, this offense has just kicked it up another notch here. And this, I'll tell you right now, Eddie, we talked about that crowd quieting down a little bit. They quiet down even more now. Let's see what Houston can do to get their crowd back into it, as that's going to be a toss to the outside of GP. And he breaks one tackle, he breaks another, but Joseph right there with the tackle. That's going to be a gain of 3.
I believe that was Ray Colston who ran all the way from about 15 yards back to help come up and assist on that tackle.
2nd and 7 here for the Headhunters. Dave Burr trying to get this offense going. As maybe you'll see the blitz, and Wells is going to be able to take this to the outside, but gets stopped very quickly, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 4 here for the Headhunters.
3rd down and 4, Chad, and that's about a bigger 3rd down as we'll see, despite it being late here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they snap this ball.
Yeah, it could be the final play here of the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they're able to convert this 3rd down. 3 wide receivers set out of the single back formation. They're going to give a toss over the GP. And look at that play there by the defense. Broke one tackle, breaks another. GP gets the 1st down. And
Wow.
I thought LA had him in the backfield, Eddie. And GP Wells proven once again how dynamic of a back he is.
I thought they did too, but that's those fresh legs of GP sitting on the sidelines. He doesn't have to be the bell cow of this offense, so you know he's fresh. Comes out, breaks 2 tackles before ultimately being brought down by the 3rd. 1st down, Houston.
And that is going to do it here. Get your 4s up in the chat. LA with the lead here on the road, 20-17. We'll be back here on SFL on YouTube.
Of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
And we are getting an injury update. As it looks like Josh Slapp will be out of the rest of the game, along with Goldie Morrison as well. So it's going to be all on the legs of GP Wells there, Eddie.
Yeah, but as we just saw, he's more than capable of filling the shoes of Josh Slapp. He's a veteran. He's been around for a while, so let's just see how Houston handles this.
Yep, a torn bicep there for Josh Slapp, so it's going to be all on Wells. And so far, I mean, after that run right there, he looked pretty good. Bunch set here, Wells in the backfield all by himself. As you're going to see Burr with the rollout. Good blocking there by Wells, and he's able to find the Hall of Famer DR Sim there for the 1st down.
Sim and I joke all the time during the middle of the week, and I always tell him, If Dave Burr ever gets confused, no one seems to be open, just find DR Sim and he'll find a way to come up with a catch. And he did it right there despite a trio of LA Lycans surrounding him.
Yeah, there's definitely wide receivers you could do that to and just throw it up there. Gabe Manning, DR Sim, Ryan Roosevelt. These are guys you could just say, you know what, he's down there somewhere. Just throw it up there. If push comes to shove, they'll make a play. As you are going to see Sim in motion here, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. As that's going to be a toss to the outside to GP. He's able to get a nice little spin move. 1st down, another spin move. Keeps in bounds, and he's gone. That's a touchdown for GP Wells.
42-yard run. LA is in man defense. They send a receiver in motion to the far side of the field. That was DR Sim they sent. And so now there's only one cornerback over there. The safety, I'm not sure if they were taking a nap or what, but they were nowhere to be seen until it was far too little, far too late. Makes a man miss, makes the defense pay, and now he's turning up in the end zone. Great response by Houston.
Wow, Ryan Yosef just was not, I don't know what was going on there when he made that second spin move, but Yosef just played that terribly. Yeah. As GP was able to just get past that, and everybody is saying, slap who? As Sonny J, the kick is up and good, and Houston retakes the lead, and the crowd getting a little more pep in their step there, as now you're hearing that crowd just busting out here in the 4th quarter.
Might have a running back controversy, and now you're starting to see just why DeMond has a hard time figuring out which running back he's going to start every week.
And as LA is going to have to respond, they're not out of this game by no means necessary, as that's going to be taken deep inside their end zone, past the 20, gets up to about the 25, as Sully Richardson, who's looked very, very good tonight, coming out here, 20 of 25 so far for 178 yards.
Having a great game, but he needs to keep his foot on the pedal, because it's still 9-13 left in this ball game. They're currently trailing. He's got to make a play.
And if you really are a betting person and you took some of the Jack's data, Houston was a 13.5-point favorite, Eddie. And they are only up 4 right now heading into the 4th quarter, as Richardson's going to change the play at the line. As Houston may be trying to get aggressive there on the edge. Richardson drops back. He's going to look for the short route. He's able to find it, and that is going to be Foster there with the catch for a gain of 5.
Foster bobbled that reception initially, able to gather it and cut up field and pick up 5 yards. That's very impressive for a tight end.
Yeah, very impressive to keep the feet in bounds, know where you are, and to keep going, especially for a second tight end that hasn't really been in the league that long. If I remember correctly, Jimmy Foster is a rookie, the 51st overall selection in this past draft, as that's going to be a handoff to Logan Jack on the power ride.
Goodness.
And Markov with a great tackle there once again.
Yeah, and that one is on Logan Jack. If he bounces that to the outside, he's picking up at least 15 yards, Chad. But for some reason, cuts it back inside where Markov was waiting on him.
3rd and 3 here for the Lycans. I formation set here. They've gone away from the power I here on 3rd down, and it worked the last time they did it. Let's see if they do it again. It's going to be a handoff to Jack with a spin moving 1st down. Nice aggressive running there by Logan Jack to get the 1st.
Logan Jack said, it's my turn to show out here and showcase my skills, and that looked like he was going to be initially tackled short of the line of gain, but he dug down deep, kept the legs churning, picks up the 1st.
1st and 10, I formation spread once again. As that's going to be another handoff to Jack. He's going to be up the middle. Nice little hole there as he gets a gain of 5.
This LA offense, I'm not sure what happened, but at some point after week 2, they started to figure things out, and they've been playing great offense since then.
2nd and 5 here for the Lycans. Power I formation once again. You got the lone receiver at the top. Houston may be trying to blitz. They are not going to, as that's going to be Logan Jack. Hurdles over defender. He's able to not get past Law, as it's a very generous spot. I don't think he got up to 3rd and 1, maybe 3rd and 2, but they're going to give him 3rd and 1.
And they're the road team. That's even more impressive that they rooted 3rd and 1.
Yep, no hometown refs here. Here we go. Power I formation. They have not successfully converted a third down in this formation tonight. 3rd and 1, handoff to Logan Jack, and he does successfully convert barely as he gets the first down.
Markov's playing a great game, but that time his defensive coordinator let him down for whatever reason. 3rd and 1, pre-snap, they decided to play outside leverage. LA took advantage of it, saw it, run the ball up the gut, pick up the first down.
Yeah, 1st and 10, split back twin formation set. As you're going to see 2 receivers at the top. And that's going to be a handoff to Jack, up a dive up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of 3.
2nd down and 7, 6.5 minutes left in this ball game. LA's destiny is in the hands of Sully Richardson, and how this game turns out may be up to him.
2nd and 7 here for the Lycans. As you're going to see that I formation spread once again. Jack with the outside run, and nice tackle there. That was Jason Peace this time to set a 3rd and 6.
And Jason Peace and Markov are a great dynamic duo on that defensive right side of the field.
3rd and 6 here. This is a big 3rd down just right at the 6-minute mark here for LA, trying to get back into this ball game. Sully drops back. He's got plenty of time. He may try to take on his own. No, he's going to fire it down the middle. What a throw! What a catch down to the 10. What a play by LA.
Sully Richardson, Chad, is in his bag. He could have ran that for a first down, Chad, but he kept his eyes downfield. Remember, he's a quarterback, not a running back. He could have easily picked up that first down with his legs, but he decided to keep his wide receivers happy and threw a dart downfield to pick up a first down. It's 1st and goal, Chad.
What a play there. Sully Richardson, a man possessed. Chris Lee with the reception. That was a big-time play. And that was a big opportunity for LA. Sully, short drop, looking short, tipped and almost intercepted, incomplete, intended for the tight end.
2nd bad throw, that decision that Sully has made this game. I think he wanted that throw back, and he tried to pull the ball back, but threw it anyway because that ball had 0 zip on it, and he's lucky that that ball wasn't picked off.
2nd and 10 here for the Lycans. I formation spread once again. They've been loving this formation all in the second half. Richardson drops back. Plenty of time. He's going to step up in the pocket. Looks, firing back in the end zone. Oh, tipped away. Lee may have had an opportunity to try to get that off to deflection, but great play there by Clark, incomplete.
That was the same route they just picked up the first down with, but this time he just did not have enough real estate to get the ball to his receiver.
Yep, great heads-up play there by Brady Clark, the free safety, able to deflect that away. And so this is going to be interesting. 3rd and 10. I mean, if they get a field goal, they'll just be down 1 point, Eddie. But I know they're going to be looking for 6. Let's see if Sully Richardson can have some of that Sully magic here in the 4th quarter. Bunch set formation, single back set. Richardson looking to see what defense got. They might have thrown some pressure up the middle. Looks to the outside. That is caught. First down. It's going to be a touchdown for LA. And they're back in the lead. Elsie Pryor with the catch.
Sully Richardson, Chad, was lulling retirement just at the end of the last season. Nothing was going right for LA. The offense stunk. They just kept saying, Sully, why, Sully, are you making that throw? Well, they are saying that this season, Chad, as he has been money all season long. Looking like a season 21 all-star these past few games, Chad.
Yeah, if you look at how Sully Richardson's been playing this season so far, I mean, you cannot deny the fact that he is an all-star caliber quarterback for sure. And just crazy. And all the drives here in this half so far, Eddie, have all been for touchdowns except for the one where Houston threw the interception. So a lot of scoring here so far as LA kick up and good. And they take the lead here, Eddie, in the 4th with 5:22 to go.
On the road in Houston with this raucous crowd, revamped stadium. The crowd just got every reason to knock them out of this game. But Sully Richardson and this offense did not get the memo.
8 p.m. Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. 8 p.m. Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit 8pmmusic.com. And this is a big drive for Houston as they have got to get at least in field goal range to try to tie this game up. But they're looking to take the lead here at home. 1st and 10. Bird drops back. Looking over the middle.
Wow.
There's Mike St. Green down to the 39, 40-yard line. And that's going to be a first down for Houston.
Wow, I mean, wide open. He couldn't get more open than that, Chad. Come out, first play of the drive, you think the offense might be a bit nervous. Mike St. Green beats the double team, gets out in front, misses the jam, picks up the first down, and Houston suddenly finds themselves close to the 50-yard line.
Yep, and just looking at that route right there, Mike St. Green was able to find a soft spot in that defense. Nobody around. They just throw it over the linebacker, but underneath the safety there, perfect route. Ran by MSG, as that's going to be a hand off to Wells. He's going to get stopped behind the line, but look at this. And powers his way through. Look at this. He's down. He'll spin his way. No. Take it. It's just short of the 20. And what an effort. What a run there by GP Wells.
LA defensively has played pretty well tonight, Chad, and they had this play dialed up for a loss in the backfield. 3 LA defenders right there next to GP, but could not get a hand on them, and GP finds themselves running downfield untouched.
And I got to tell you, this is the 5th game this season LA has given up over 200 yards rushing. That leads the league. San Diego has given up the 2nd most with 3, and now Houston with 200-yard runners in this game tonight, as that is going to be 1st and 10 here from the 23-yard line. As that's going to be a delayed handoff to GP Wells, going to get past the 20, and they are now in the SFL red zone, as that's going to be 2nd and 6.
4.5 minutes left. Houston wants to score, but they are in field goal range, so they just need to keep that in mind should they fall behind the sticks.
And that's going to be 2nd and 6 here, power I formation. As that's going to be a toss to Wells, as it's going to be just a couple of yards gain there. It's going to set up 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3. How aggressive does Houston get on offense here? They are in field goal range, but you don't want to be you don't want to make it too much of a risky of a throw. Let's see what they have dialed up here.
3rd and 3 here for the Headhunters. As Bird drops back. Blitz coming.
Look out.
Look at this, and they get to him. And that's going to be 4th down for LA. What a defensive stop there by the Lycans.
And I've been saying it all day, Chad. LA's been playing pretty good defense. They just cannot bring the man down. Perhaps it's going to be worked out with practice as the season goes along, with some coaching, some progressing, so to speak. But LA is in prime position here. Houston's going to attempt to tie this ball game up, and LA's going to get the ball back with just over 3 minutes of football left to play.
Yep, just over 3 minutes to play. Sonny J, the kick is up and good, so 27 all. We got a ball game here down in Houston, Eddie, as it is tied up with 3:23 to go.
Wow.
I mean, this is just, I mean, we were hoping that this game would just be, I mean, it's been low scoring games all week here in the SFL, and this one has been the best so far in my mind. As
clearly
now LA here with the opportunity, Eddie. I mean, you got to go to Sully Richardson. He's got to be the one that leads this team down the field, correct?
I totally agree.
As that's going to be taken past the 20. And look at this, Givens with an opportunity past the 30, and that's a good starting position. And we're going to go for maybe the final time tonight as we go to the SFL studios for a game break with Cameron Irvine. Cam, take it away.
Thank you, Chad. When you are done, you'll want to head over to Denver. Great game going on there. The defense is showing up in the second half. Robert Brady slams down Johnny Reno. 28-24, Minnesota still up in the third, but that one is a good one, and that one is close. Back to you for your conclusion in Houston.
Man, the SFL Saturday night late slate is just showing up for the SFL fans tonight. As we are getting a 1st down and 10 here. If you're just tuning in, it's been back and forth all night long as we are tied here with an opportunity for LA to take the lead, as that's going to be a handoff to Logan Jack. It's going to be just a gain of 5.
Just a gain of 5. That 5 yards is good on 1st down, isn't it?
It is a good on first down. I'm just saying, like, I mean, we've just seen him run the ball so well. 5 yards just seems like, it's just short. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. 2nd and 5, power I formation set here for the Lycans as Houston may be trying to bring the blitz on the outside, and they are going to hand it off. Jack gets stuck behind his lineman and gets nothing on the run, maybe a yard. Tackled by Markov. Is this going to be set up an interesting 3rd down?
Markov made the tackle, but Jason Peace made the play. He blitzed and timed it perfectly and left Jack with nowhere to go.
3rd and 4, bunch set here for the Lycans. Big 3rd down with 2.5 minutes to go. Richardson drops back, looking over the middle, finds his target. That's going to be past the 50, and that's going to be 1st down for LA.
LZ Pryor with the reception. Sully Richardson, my goodness, this man is hot. And Arizona plays them next week, and I'm already having nightmares thinking about how I'm going to slow this team down because they are looking fantastic tonight.
Yeah, they knew you were going to be in the booth, Eddie. They just want to show you up and give you a little bit of scared nerves, right?
Apparently.
Sully Richardson's been amazing all game long, 23 of 30. 228 yards, and that's going to be handled to Logan Jack, and that's going to be a nice gain on the ground, and that's going to be a gain of 7.
Only 7 yards.
Only 7 yards. You going to give me crap for that for the rest of the time?
2-minute warning, Chad.
Yeah, and here we are in the 2-minute warning here in Houston, LA, driving, trying to take the lead late in this ball game. We'll be right back on SFL on YouTube. And we are back here. The Streets Are Talking crew. Chad Rowland, Eddie Gage in the booth. Mark Lopez and Ethan Kai in the stats truck, making us look smarter than we are. And Cameron Irvine producing the game for us. Logan Jack with a 1st down past the 30 to the 25, down and maybe the 24. And nice run there by Logan Jack to get the 1st down.
Nice run. You just wonder if this Houston defense is starting to get tired. That's the best run Jack has had in a while, and it's clearly the best run he's had out of that strong power I. And you just wonder if this D-line is just starting to wear.
Most important part of this, Eddie, is they are inside the 30. They are in field goal range for sure. As you're going to get a bunch set formation. Richardson drops back. Interesting to throw. What a catch! What a catch down to the 10. That's going to be another 1st down for LA.
It's going to force Houston to call a timeout. And I was just about to say, I was looking at the out route that the receiver on the near side of the field is running. If I'm Sully, I might have thrown it to him and forced Houston to burn all 3 of those timeouts. Be that as it may, they're inside the 10. Sully got to be careful with the football right here.
Yeah, inside the 10 right now. You've got to rely on Logan Jack here. Don't make a mistake here late in the ballgame. There's a toss over to Logan Jack. He's able to break the tackle. Not breaking Josh Rowe's tackle that time, as it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And I think Josh Rowe might have saved a touchdown because had he broken his tackle, they'd be turning up in the end zone right now.
Man, I'll tell you what, this is what we live for right here. Late in the ball game, tied up. The 1-4 Lycans trying to take down one of the top 10 power ranked teams in the SFL in Houston, as it is going to be 2nd down. As Jack in the backfield, they're going to hand it off to Jack. He's going to be able to take this pass, and he gets, Rowe coming up with another big tackle there once again, Eddie, and that's going to set a 3rd down.
At the snap of the ball, Chad, I thought that was a touchdown run as they ran to the weak side. Surprised everyone, including myself, that they did so. And he almost broke that last tackle and got in.
He almost did. Houston burning their 2nd timeout. So minute 17 to go. 3rd down and goal. They got to get a touchdown or at least a field goal here. As let's see what they do. Hand it off to Jack once again. He's able,
Stop short.
And Houston's defense stands him up. What a play. Jason Peace right there to make the tackle.
Jason Peace, him and Markov have been playing fantastic football. Anytime that LA has attempted to run to that left side, one of those two have been over there waiting for him.
Man, this game will give me a heart attack, I think. 19-yard field goal here for the Lycans. They're going to try to drain this down as much as they can.
Chad, if I'm LA, I call a timeout with 1 second left on a play clock.
And they're not going to do that. The kick is up and good. And I agree with you 100%, Eddie. I think they should have let that go, called a timeout, go back out there and kick that field goal. That way you had enough. But let's talk about the stand that Houston made there. Josh Rowe coming up big. 2 out of those 3 plays making a stop.
Very hard to make a stop inside the 5 on 3 straight plays in the goal line, particularly in this era of football in the SFL, Chad, and Houston did it right there.
Well, if you weren't here for the first drive of the ball game, Houston scored on 3 plays just over a minute to go. So we know they can strike quick. They got 41 seconds to go here. Great
Look out.
Brings a tackle, and he gets to the outside down to the 35, 36. And if you're in Houston, that is exactly what you needed. Greg Corky starting off hot here on the special teams.
Exactly what you needed. But if you're an LA fan, you're just happy they got him down to the ground, because for a moment there, it looked like he might be off to the races.
Well, and what that does too, Eddie, is it kind of takes off a little bit more time, right?
It did, but it gave him great field position too.
Yep, so 34 seconds to go. LA's defense has got to come up big. They've already have the only turnover in the ball game, a Dave Burr interception. Only 8 of 10 so far, but it's going to have to be on the arm of Dave Burr, I think, to try to get them down, at least in field goal range, as you are going to see Sim in motion here. 1st and 10 from the 36. Burr snapped, drops back, pocket good, and he's going to be tipped away.
Oh, my goodness.
Good play there. That was Jack there on the deflection.
Great tip. I think they were looking for Mike St. Green on that play, but great job by LA secondary, clamping down.
TD Jack there with the great coverage, as I believe Colston may have been on the top of that. But it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Bunch formation set.
Look at this LA defense creeping up. Look at Ray Colston, 3 yards off the ball.
This is going to be interesting. Are they going to be? This could be an all-out blitz. Let's see. And it's going to be tipped away. Once again tipped away by the LA defense. Nice pressure there by the Lycans.
And that's great coaching, great discipline by their secondary. Chad, they saw something in film in which they knew they can come up and be aggressive, because Houston did not send a single receiver on that side of the field deep downfield.
No, they did not at all. So this is a big 3rd down here for Houston. The crowd has got to get behind their team here. They're starting to get a little bit loud. 4 wide receiver set. Bird drops back. Quick throw. It's going to be picked. That is going to be picked and maybe returned for a touchdown. And they're going to be spinning out to the 20. And LA with the big play there to end this ball game. Wow, Eddie.
Strong safety Ryan Yosef picked up career interception number 50 earlier in this ball game, and that one made career interception number 51. He picks off the ball, zone coverage, returns it back about 20 yards, raises up, stares into this loud, ruckus crowd, and says, "Thanks for coming. Good night. Now drive home safely," because Sully Richardson, our main quarterback, the MVP of this game, is about to walk out of here with a win.
Wow, if you are a Lycan fan, this is very impressive. On the road in a very tough environment here in Houston to pick up a victory. And one of the things we talked about, right? I mean, they have been really relying on the run game tonight. Dave Burr only threw the ball 13 times, 61% completion percentage. When you try to rely on a guy that hasn't thrown the ball that much, Eddie, this may be what happens.
Yeah, sometimes they come out, Chad, and they just aren't getting in a rhythm because they run the ball so much. But they were effective, so it was hard to get away from it. But when they got behind and they had to make a throw, unfortunately for Houston, they could not do it.
And I'll tell you what, the Pacific Division right now looking pretty strong. Seattle at 4-2, Vancouver and Portland tied at 3-3. LA picking up their 2nd win. They're only 2 games back. Eddie, this LA team, with the way the offense is playing, can make some noise here late in the second half of the season.
I remember week 1, Chad, when LA got blown out by Vegas. The game was never in doubt from the moment the initial hike was made in that contest. Sully Richardson was at the convention in Cincinnati, just livid with himself, livid with his team, just livid with their effort. It was just all around positivity going around in Cincinnati. But since then, somewhere around week 3 or week 4, this offense woke up, Chad, and has carried this team and looked impressive doing so. The defense, they didn't play bad today, Chad. They played the run well, but they just could not bring those tacklers, those defenders, those ball carriers down. Once they get that cleaned up, Chad, this team toward the end of the season could be hot going into the playoffs should they make it that far.
Yeah, and I want to point out a key stat before we go, Eddie. 11 of 16 third down conversions for LA, only 2 of 7 for Houston. Besides the 2 picks, I think that's a big stat you got to point out here. But thank you very much, Mark Lopez and Ethan Kai, for all the stats work tonight. For Eddie Gage, it's Chad Rowland signing off here. Good night, SFL.
Arizona, I love y'all, man. We got a big game tomorrow before we head to LA. But before we head out west, y'all, we got to take care of our own business tomorrow night. Sioux Falls, they coming. They got 2 wide receivers they love to throw the ball to, and A.J. Warren and that female over there, Williams' wife. My goodness, Kay Marion, she's a handful. Gonna be a tough one tomorrow night, y'all.
All right, good night, SFL Nation.